Well, it's James here. Well, good morning. Why are you looking at a cup of coffee? It's because this is what I do first thing every morning, have a cup of coffee from Gannon Excel. And it isn't because Gannon Excel is what I market. It's because it's good for me. I've decided a long time ago if something is good for me and I'm going to do it anyway, I might as well have the best that there is. And anybody who doesn't seem to get that, well, you're missing the point, my brother or sister. That ain't what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about the fact that we're right in the middle of a everybody calls this word pandemic. But believe it or not, I find it fascinating that all the politicians, all these people that we pay all this money to, on both sides, have some problems. My complaint in life is, where you at, Bernie Mac? Because this is America. Don't look. Bernie Mac just spoke to America about everyday things. You could check him, but you couldn't wreck him. Okay. But every politician on both sides, I find it fascinating. I live in Arizona, and the politicians are slamming at each other with just one guy tries to tell the truth, the other person just straight up lies. I'm not sure which one is what's most important. I was always taught that integrity, a man is no better than his word, and word means to me integrity. Now, if this lady who was running and this gentleman are running are both telling the truth, neither one of them need to be in there. Problem is though, you can fact check both of them and find out that wow, the lady is lying. But is she lying because she's Republican? Is she lying because she's kissing up to Trump? But I don't know. Okay, all I know is that Trump University went belly up, but Trump didn't lose any money because he declared bankruptcy. All these different things that the president of the United States got involved in, who's at the time before he got elected, was being sued for, and all the women that he paid off, and all of the different things he got involved in. You can't say that about Joe Biden. You know, you may not agree with everything that Joe Biden says, but look, this isn't a red and blue country. This is America, folks. This is a black, white, brown, yellow. This is a combination. When I was a kid, I was taught this was a mixing pot. Whatever happened to that concept, everybody was welcome. And if everybody's not welcome, then we shouldn't have the Statue of Liberty with those beautiful words on it. Read it for yourself. I'm blessed enough to be a Vietnam veteran, and I knew when I flew into New York City and I got a chance to see the Statue of Liberty, I was back home. I didn't realize I didn't live in New York. I lived in Arkansas. Okay? I eventually ended up going to school in Illinois and Massachusetts, Louisiana. I went to school in a bunch of different places. What I'm trying to get across to you folks is look, I have a cup of wellness coffee every morning, and it's the only reason that I think it keeps me sane. Because all of the stuff that's going on, look, all I can say is everybody that can vote should vote. But your vote being taken away in the local post office, it used to be you could go by pretty much any corner and drop your mail in a corner mailbox. Well, our president decided that hey, look, to make sure that people didn't vote against him, just fix it so that people couldn't mail in a ballot. Really? That's a businessman's way of looking at stuff, not a person with integrity or presidential. Okay? Now I could ramble on for hours or whatever, except that this is called strife between most of the people that I deal with on a daily basis. I buy and sell stuff every day. I find it fascinating some of the people that have bought and sold stuff from to some of the views that they have on life in general because nobody's experienced the same thing, and I understand that. But there's some common things in this world, some decency. How come it's illegal to lie in court, but you can lie in public as a politician? In a couple of days, we're going to have a couple of these guys, Trump and Biden. I'm wondering what they're going to talk about. Because if I was there to ask them questions, I'd ask both of them the questions that everybody wants to know. Why is it okay to lie? Why is it okay for a politician to lie and then call it shaping the truth? My grandmother said when you shape the truth, you got an ass whooping coming. Excuse my language, but that's the real deal. And speaking of the real deal, I still miss Bernie Mac. So thank God we have people like your D.L. Hughley's, your um, um, uh, um, what? Go to Instagram, all right? Listen to what The Rock has to say. Listen to what anybody with common sense has to say about what's going on in our world today. I mean, it's just common sense stuff, folks. It ain't complicated. Tell the truth and shame the devil, my grandmother used to say. Problem is, the politicians don't live by that rule. I thought there was a separation between church and state, and they just getting ready to put in a lady who's a religious fanatical. Seriously, it's okay for The Republicans have put in 3 different judges, and Obama's last year, when he had a chance to put one in, they said no, no way. But at the beginning of his term, they say, hey, look, we're not working with you. Period. And I don't know if it was because he was a Democrat or because he's black. Either one of them's wrong. But go for it, folks. It's up to you, not up to me. I could ramble on all day long, like I say. But you want to know what's going on? You want to know who this, what the real deal is? Here it is. That's me.